$35 ship. If we go here to game packages, you can see that one down here, the Aurora Ember starter pack. This is where most people start. They pay $45, they get access to the game, and then they can work their way, either turn some of these ships in-game, or they can pay real-world money in order to get the ships that are persistent. That's right, because if you grind for like 6 months to get enough in-game money to buy a super awesome ship that is like $1,000 in the real world, they do regular data wipes, which will delete that. So you have to re-grind for it. But if you paid real money, you get to keep it wipe to wipe. Makes sense. I mean, obviously it would be insane if they took away the thing you bought. Just to be clear, that's how they kind of keep people engaged, is just as they grind for the ship, they might wipe it, so you have to start over. So that's why people get pushed into just buying it, so that they don't have to worry about that. Because again, this is perhaps one of the more crucial things to understand. If you're watching this channel, if you're watching a Luke Stevens video, chances are you're just a gamer. Like, you like playing a bunch of different little things, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and that's great. I work the same way. However, a lot of the people that are playing Star Citizen, this is their hobby. Like, all they play is Star Citizen. They're not really gamers in the same sense of the word that, like, you and I probably count as it. They are Star Citizen fans. And because it's like a video game, they technically get like lumped into that. But they take it very, very seriously, and they are in deep in Star Citizen. They have, in some cases, spent hundreds or thousands, or in some cases, tens of thousands of dollars on these different packs. Like, I don't know if this is real or an inside joke or something that I'm not aware of, but this, like, Praetorian pack, this Twitch streamer that streams Star Citizen says that he bought it and has it now, and it's worth $15,000. 15,000. That's insane. You know, it's crazy. I guess, you know, this is like the ultimate tax write-off. I would love to sit in on the conversation with the IRS when you're trying to explain how this is a tax write-off of your business. But still, I mean, I guess if you need to spend money, this is a good way to do it. Because you're always going to do it. Jesus, 66 bits and 105 different items. Wild. Absolutely wild. But that's why they raised over $800 million. Okay? That's why. So this is also why it's all the more remarkable that despite all they have the internet to develop to tip off these very same people. To the point where a lot of them are talking about potentially walking away and giving up on the game until they make major changes. It's pretty remarkable. And I know you're wondering, Luke, what could they possibly have done to tick off their own community that badly? As I pull it up in another tab and I stall for time, I'm just going to tell you that I have a newsletter I put together every week with my team. We send it out. It's completely free. All you have to do is put your email address in, you get it, and it's shipped to your inbox every Friday. It's super easy, super chill. It just has gaming news stories, some write-ups I do regularly. We were already collecting that data and information for the streams and stuff. We were doing coverage of news stories anyways. So we figured, hey, put it together in a newsletter, send it out to people, share it with the community. So if you're interested, links below, sign up. Again, it's free. It's an awesome time, so check that out. But okay, what did they do, Luke? What was so crazy bad? Well, there's a ship that's been in production for a very long time called the Idris. And this was supposed to be one of the big reveals for this year, was that this ship was finally going to go into the game. This was finally going to be something that you could play with, bring it into the game with your friends. And so they did a behind the ships presentation discussing this. And to be fair, the ship looks really, really cool. For most people, this is going to cost about $1,900 to buy, $1,500 for others. I've seen both prices listed. I'm not totally sure where it lands, but somewhere between $1,500 and $1,900, depending on like your relationship. It has like a hangar, you can bring tanks into it, and this is a ship that's so massive, just to man all of the guns and turrets and stuff, you need 12 crew. And if you want to also be able to like operate the ship and fly it, you need even more. So this is a ship targeting an organization, so a crew of players that's like 15, 20, 30 people strong. And they're all online at the same time, all loaded into the ship, all working together to operate it to keep the ship. Cool in concept, I get it. But that's also why I think they can justify charging so much for it, because they're like, yeah, it's $1,500, but across 30 people, that's not actually that bad. Which I can sort of understand if you're like, hey, it's only 50 bucks a pop. That's not that crazy. Sure, I guess, but it still is $1,500. Like, it's still so much, man. It's crazy. But anyway, they showed off a lot of this. People got excited. They're like, oh, that's interesting. But there's a couple of other little tidbits you need to understand about this. As part of this announcement, they revealed, of course, there's launching with all sorts of different variants, like attachments and things that can make it more useful. These turrets, for example, that you see, typically they need to be manned. However, there are certain things that you can use to basically have them be AI controlled so that they auto aim, so you can fly the ship even without a full crew. Sounds good, right? Those are called like AI blades, is my understanding. And they're basically like mods that you clip into a weapon or a system or a ship to make them operate the way that you want them to, or a different way. Maybe it increases the rate of fire, or it just allows them to freely like lock on aim without you needing to have somebody manning in the turret. Cool idea. And they also have things called blades that also are just broader vehicle mods that you can use on a big ship like this, or even smaller ships that they have designed them for. And these can do things like increase top speed but make it less maneuverable, or increase maneuverability but decrease the top speed. Again, they're basically just mods that you clip into like your ship's computer, if you think of it that way. And this all initially sounds fine, like, oh, new attachments and stuff for your ship. And that's why as people started reading the announcement from Freya at CIG on this forum post, people weren't that worried about it. But as they got deeper into the post, they started to see some worrisome trends. And then, like, the big humdinger was revealed, which is basically just that these are going to be available for sale exclusively for a limited time. As you can see here, they have all these different flight blade kits available from $18 to $15 to $30. So the bigger the ship is, the more useful it'll be, the more expensive it is. And to be clear, these are things that directly affect the power and capability of your ships in the game. So even if somebody bought a $100 ship, and somebody else grinded for it in-game to get the same ship, but with the in-game currency. If the person who spent more money just bought for an extra $22 or whatever the Scorpius series flight blade kit and attached it, their ship is now just automatically better. And as of right now, it seems that there is no way to acquire these in-game. They are exclusively available as a pledge for $22 or $18 or $8 or $10 or $15, whatever, until some point in the future. Some people are saying they heard somebody say 3 months, others are saying 6 months, other people are saying there has been no confirmation. So we just don't know right now.